Good morning, good afternoon. This is James from Faithful Angelino Sports, and Mother of God. Okay, they say history repeats itself, right? And sometimes history repeats itself, and it gives you that nice, heartfelt, warm feeling, maybe even tinged with a little bit of melancholy, the passage of time, things like that. Poetic. And then sometimes history repeats itself and it makes you want to puke in a bucket all over again. And that's exactly what Dave Roberts has just done. In 2016, I was living in Florida, Altamont Springs. It's just north of Orlando. And every year, because I was living out in the East, I would make a Dodgers pilgrimage. I would drive out of my way to see them. And so I drive down to Miami, and I watch Rich Hill throw 7 perfect innings against the Marlins. And then he pulled him. Dave Roberts pulled him. Dave Roberts pulled him. Dave Roberts pulled him. I was sitting right behind the Dodger dugout on the first base side in that funky looking stadium that they have, Marlins Park. And you could hear me booing because, of course, there are no such things as baseball fans in Miami. You could hear me boo all the way from behind the Dodger dugout to that weird home run thing they had that they eventually wound up removing, the one with the fake fish and fountains and bull crap. And after he pulled him, Dave Roberts, they claimed that they pulled Rich Hill, who had blister problems. They claimed that, they saw some redness on his finger. Not a blister. And Rich Hill didn't say he was hurt. Rich Hill wasn't complaining. Rich Hill wanted to continue. I think Dave Roberts pulled him because the pencil pushers in the Dodgers front office told him to. I believed it then, I believe it now. This is a quote from Dave Roberts after the game. "I feel sick to my stomach. Rich obviously had a perfect game and an opportunity of a lifetime. Then why did you do it just now with Clayton Kershaw?" In Minnesota today, Clayton Kershaw had a no-hitter, a perfect game. He retired all 21 Minnesota batters that he faced, and Dave Roberts did it again. And there's no blister on anybody's finger. There's no claim of injury. There is nothing. There have been 23 perfect games in the history of Major League Baseball, and Dave Roberts is personally responsible for keeping 2 more from happening. He's pulled Russ Stripling in his big league debut in San Francisco. Russ Stripling had a no-hitter going into the 8th. I'm not saying you fire Dave Roberts. He won a World Series. What is the point of watching Dodger baseball in the regular season if you don't get the opportunity to see real greatness? We know they're going to make the postseason. What is the point of watching this team in the regular season if there is nothing that you can hang your hat on in terms of history and greatness? No complaints from Rich Hill back in the day about injury. No complaints that I've seen so far from Clayton Kershaw about injury. No. The analytics. This is the content you get on my channel. Most of the time, it's a lot happier. I'm trying to keep from cussing. This is James. I'll see you tomorrow.